Hi guys, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to do a full face. So I always start out with a good moisturizer. It's so important to have a really good moisturizer before you apply any makeup to your face. Next, we're going to go over our brows and we're going to fill them in. And we're going to do this with the Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil. Okay, next we're going to clean up the brow. Once you've applied the pencil to the eyebrows, it's good to take some concealer that you have and just basically outline your eyebrows and just kind of clean up any mistakes that you may have made. This also helps to enhance and just give a perfect shape to your eyebrows. So at this point, we're just kind of stenciling around our eyebrows and then we're just going to clean it up. So if you made a mess, don't worry about it because this is where we do all of our cleanup work. Okay, so next we're going to take a primer for your eyelid. The reason that you want to put a primer on your eyelid is so that basically your makeup will not crease and it will last a lot longer. A lot of times people miss this step, and this is one of the most important steps of your eyeshadow makeup. If you do not have the Chocolate Bar by Too Faced, it is my go-to palette that I use every day. Basically, at this point, I always take one of my base coats and apply it to my lids. And basically, I'm just trying to set my eyelid to prepare for whatever shadow that I decide to use. And I always use the lighter color that's in my Too Faced and a medium brown to then just blend it and make it look even. I also like to use a big brush so that I can cover a lot of space. This is my Nudestix. I absolutely love this eyeliner. It is a good eyeliner for the look that we're going for. It's a jumbo eyeliner and it allows you to put it on thick and heavy, and then I just use a brush to kind of smooth out the lines and make it look even. So this is my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette, and basically I use this quite often, but there's a black shadow in there that I am in love with for just kind of going on top of the eyeliner that I apply, just to kind of give it a more vibrant pop at you black. Because when we smoothed it out, we did kind of take a little bit away. And so basically, this is just going to give me that dramatic smoky eye that we're going to achieve later on. Okay, this is the brush that I use from Sephora. I absolutely love this brush for applying my shadow when I am achieving that smoky eye look. Keep in mind when you are putting on your shadow, it is going to take you some time to build up the color. So just keep tapping the brush into the palette and just working it around the crease of your eye and just working it up a little bit too to the brow bone. I'm sorry, not the brow bone, but the eye bone. And basically, you just want to keep going back and forth until you achieve that dramatic deepness of the color that you want. Then you're going to take like a blending brush and you just want to basically just blend it together so that you can't see where things start and stop. You never want to see where things start and stop. Okay, so next, this is the concealer that I use. I use Color Fix, and basically I just put a little bit on my finger and just kind of pat, pat, pat around my under eye. And we always want to do our eyeshadow first because then that way we can use our concealer to kind of clean up any mess that we made. So basically, I'm just putting concealer on any areas that are my problem areas. And then I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm just going to pat lightly just where you don't see where lines start and stop. Granted, you're going to see that my face is going to have several different shades going on for a little bit through this video, but I promise at the end it will all blend together. So just continue to keep blending your way through and you'll see it at the end. Okay, ladies, so I am a new fan of my Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I use this pretty much every day instead of using foundation. It is a tinted moisturizer, but it still covers and gives you that even tone and that flawless face that you still want to achieve, but with not so much of that heavy fill that you would get with a foundation. So I basically just pat this around all over and then take my brush and I blend it through. And again, ladies, don't forget blending is the key to the success that we will achieve at the end. Next, we're going to start our contouring process. I am a fan of Anastasia's contour palette. Basically, the one that I have is for my skin tone, but I have used it on skin tones a little bit lighter than me as well. There is a deeper brown that's in there that could probably be used for a complexion or shade a couple shades darker than me. So this one is definitely a good happy medium for us fair skinned girls and our chocolate girls. So either one of us could definitely use this palette. And so basically I'm just going to show you, I usually do my triangle first, but I think I was so happy about contouring that I skipped that part. But it was not too late for me to go back. Remember, when you put your triangle, because this is your highlighter part, you don't want to go over where you used your concealer. You want to go like directly up under it. And basically, you're going to make this wonderful triangle that's going to also be your stencil in a sense for where you're going to put your highlighter later. All right, ladies, it's that time again. It's time to blend. Just remember that blending takes time. I prefer for my contouring to use a blender sponge, body blender, beauty blender. I prefer to use this sponge only because there's so much area that you're trying to cover and blend. And this kind of helps you get a lot of that done faster with the sponge. So, if you do decide to use a sponge, remember you are to wet it first and squeeze all the excess water out of it, and you will see the sponge expand. And to me, this works the best for contouring. There are other methods that you can use, but again, I prefer to use this sponge. But again, just remember, be patient because blending does take some time. Okay, so we're gonna go back to using our nude stick to put the eyeliner on, and I like to then take a brush and just kind of smooth it out and just fill in the gaps basically. And it just gives for a much smoother eyeliner look. So, yeah, next time you put on eyeliner, give it a try. You'll see the difference. Okay, so now it's time to bake. And this is like the latest craze for highlighting is to put a setting powder on and just kind of leave it on for a little while so that it'll kind of help bake and penetrate and give you this brighter look under your eyes. So at this point, we're going to start our baking process, and I will provide the full details of what product I used for my whole entire look, but I will also make sure I mention what product I use for the baking process. So now while we're baking, we're going to go ahead and put on some mascara. And I always put mascara on before I put my lashes on. Basically, the mascara kind of helps to lift the lashes, comb them out, get them ready for your lash strip to just lay so perfectly nice on top of the lash. I use the clear lash glue. Of course, when you first squeeze it out of the tube, it's white, but it does dry clear, I promise. So I do have issues sometimes where I'll get a little bit on my makeup, and don't worry about it because it'll dry and it'll be clear. And if it bothers you that much, you can always touch it up with a little bit of your black eyeshadow for this smoky eye look that we did. Now that we have our lashes on, it's time to take our baking off. So you're just going to take a really big fluffy brush and just lightly dust all of that off of your face. And then at this point, you're going to take your blush of choice and you're going to apply it onto your cheeks. And I always just kind of go back and forth and then kind of up because we don't want to go down, but we definitely want to go up. So back and forth and then up a little bit, and then repeat on the other side. I am in love with the Anastasia Glow Kit. I basically put this on anywhere that we highlighted. So where we were baking at, on our chin, down our nose. Basically, this is just another way to get a little kiss from the sun, even when there is no sun. And basically, it doesn't matter. You turn this way or that way, and you will have this glow as if the sun kissed you and left a mark. I am a lip Gloss Fanatic. So this is my see-through from MAC. And it's just something light and simple. I mean, we have a dramatic eye going on, so we don't want to pull away from our eye. And here is our finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Hope you'll come back and see me again real soon.